Don Mattingly and his ball club arrived here about 6:30 in the morning, hot from the West Coast, and they've stayed hot with a Justin Bour homer. Rich Waltz, Eduardo Perez, Mike Hill, president of baseball operations for the Fish, joins us now as Jeff Mathis stands in. Michael, take us through the last, I guess, less than 24 hours, because the procedure, the way it works, you guys were not aware of the suspension for Dee Gordon until last night.
Oh, it definitely a whirlwind the past few hours, and obviously very disappointing news when we found out about our all-star second baseman. But the policy is in place to protect the player and make sure that he gets due process, and it was obviously devastating once we found out.
1-2 to Mathis. You were in the clubhouse last night. What was the reaction of teammates, of Don Mattingly and staff? And we heard from David Sampson earlier in the telecast.
Well, it was such a great time. We had just done something historical and sweeping, as Mathis takes strike 3 there for the first out. But we had just done something historical, never been done in franchise history, and sweeping the Dodgers, a 4-game set there. So we were all excited, jacked up, and then it just sort of deflated the clubhouse because we love Dee, and he's a big part of who we are and what we're trying to do as Adam Conley steps in. And it was emotional. And the one thing that we all said, and there was a lot said, teammates and coaches, is that this is a team, and it's not just one person. And it's unfortunate, Dee made a mistake, and he's paying for that mistake. But this team will persevere, and we will get through it. And we still have a lot to accomplish in this season, and that was one thing that Dee wanted, the rest of his teammates, in his apology to his teammates, is to keep it going, because there is a feeling that there is something special going on in that clubhouse.
Adam Conley, little tapper to short. Now, Dee Gordon did release a statement last night, though I did not do so knowingly. I've been informed that test results showed I ingested something that contained prohibitive substances. The hardest part about this is feeling that I've let down my teammates, the organization, and the fans. I have been careful to avoid products that could contain something banned by Major League Baseball. The 20-plus tests that I have taken and passed throughout my career prove this. I made a mistake, and I accept the consequences as Ichiro steps in. Have you talked to Dee, and during these 80 games, what's the communication, what's the process for him as a player and you as an organization?
Well, I did spoke to him face to face, and he told me about the suspension. And I've subsequently spoken to him as he's returned back to South Florida as Ichiro grounds out the shortstop. And can I stay for another half inning?
Absolutely. Mike Hill is turning into a very solid play-by-play announcer, a savvy president of baseball operations. All right, we'll stick around. We'll finish that thought. We have some more questions for you. Don Mattingly and the Fish off to a 3-0 start.